Wayback Machine a little bit. I wanted to go back and try and find some people that really helped form Ashley as she grew. So I went back to her high school principal, still a good friend, a guy by the name of Don Leidig, for you Hillsdale guys. And Don, I asked him if he had any quotes or any tidbits of wisdom we could pass along from Princess tonight. And the only one he could come up with was the one he still to this day thinks the best thing ever, when he said, yeah, make sure we bring up the mall debt issue. And about 15 years ago, I turned 60 recently, so we're talking 45-ish kids. Ashley looks at me and goes, Daddy, you know what, you're mall dead. And I said, well, Princess, what pray tell does mall dead mean? It means, Daddy, that when you walk through the mall, no woman looks at you no matter what age. That's from Principal Leidig to everybody. He's a Stanford guy, so he likes sticking it to me, by the way. Well, then we went a little further, and so I had to go to the University of Notre Dame to the Wayback Machine to see if I could locate Sister Mary Pat. And for you Notre Dame lasses here, who we used to call Sister Mary Fat, and it wasn't P-H-A-T. So Sister Mary Pat Dearbaugh, who was the rectress of Kavanaugh Hall when the fine ladies were living there. So I went back through my Notre Dame guys, and I was able to track her down. And I spent a lot of time with her keeping Ashley out of trouble. There's a restaurant called the LaSalle Grill in South Bend. And for you ladies over here at this table, I spent a hell of a lot of time with Sister Mary Fat keeping you out of trouble. You're welcome. I'm still buying you. So anyway, Sister Mary Fat sends her love. Yes, she does. You know, so I figured I didn't want to go down that road, but then fairly recently, as I tried to figure out something about it this evening, Princess looked at me and goes, Daddy, you know, Chris is the luckiest guy in the world to have you for a father-in-law. And I said, awesome, Princess, you're outstanding. She goes, yeah, because you set the bar so low, anything he does is going to be an improvement. You crush me, you crush me. And I'm buying too. And then Mr. Chris, not too long ago, at 2 Brutus, he went over to the dark side. We were driving around somewhere. I think we might have been at Ryan. We were in Santa Barbara at your guys' wedding. And the 4 of us are driving around, Annie and myself and these 2. And for some reason, Ashley and I are doing our normal banter, and she looks at Chris and goes, hey, Chris, did you ever think you'd have a guy like this for a father-in-law? And I think his quote was, I didn't know people like this existed. Thanks. So anyway, with that being said, kind of as a backdrop to where I really could take this, sometimes when I'm asked to speak, I talk about 3 basic values that I try to live my life by. Humility, responsibility, and gratitude. And I think that it really applies to the way I feel this evening. I'm extremely humbled to see everybody here. Lomaxes, I'm just so thankful that everybody showed up, people I care so dearly about. So obviously with that comes my responsibility. I hope you all guys have a kick-ass party and the bar's open. And number 3, I'm extremely grateful. And I think if you apply those 3 principles to your marriage kids, you know, all 3. The humility, you should be humble that you were able to find each other. I'm not talking soulmates because I think that's a BS term. I think that was created by Hallmark cards. Soulmate. What the hell is a soulmate? Excuse me. And then responsibility now of each other now. I mean, kids, it's big leagues. And I know you guys can handle it. And then the gratitude. Be so thankful you guys found each other. I mean, it's really pretty cool. And you know, every once in a while, just kind of look at each other and smile. And I could do that with your mom once in a while, believe it or not. Is Kira making money on this? Oh man, every time I swear, this young last year charges me $1. One Thanksgiving, she got me for 20. It was a brutal weekend. It was. So anyway, with that being said, you know we love you. We're honored to have you in our family. I am just tickled everybody is here this evening. Please enjoy the evening, and please raise your glass.
That wasn't as bad.